Poke isn't just raw fish on rice. Let me show you how to do it right, from the cut, to cure, to a killer sauce. Let's get to it. The first thing we start off with is prepping the salmon. The part that I'm using is the top half of the salmon fillet, vacuum sealed and partially frozen, which makes it way easier to cut cleanly. I always like to choose the upper half of the fillet because it's thicker, it's a little less fatty so you get more meat on there, has a nicer texture, and the taste is honestly incredible raw. I start by trimming off the gray fatty layer and any skin that's left. Then I flip the fillet and slice into nice sashimi style cuts before dicing it up into cubes. So you're probably wondering, what am I going to do with the belly section? I actually slice those into strips and I'm going to be turning them into some salmon jerky. But that's for another video, so stick around, subscribe, and hit that like so you don't miss it. The next step is curing the salmon. Now when you're buying super fresh salmon, you don't necessarily have to do this. But for most people who are not buying fish fresh from the ocean, this will help to brighten up the flavor and remove any residual fishiness. So I cure the salmon cubes with a mix of sugar and salt, equal parts, 1:1. Toss everything together in a bowl, then into the fridge it goes for 15 to 30 minutes. While it's in the fridge, this is a great time to prep the rest. After curing, I separate the cubes from the belly strips. Remember, the jerky strips go back in the fridge for later. Then I wash off those cubes nice and well to make sure the brine is washed off completely. And now they're ready to go. So we're going to be putting them back in the fridge until everything else is ready. While the salmon cures in the fridge, that's when I like to make the rice. I'm using sushi grade short grain rice, 2 cups of rice, and 2 3/4 cups of water, or 500 ml of rice for 700 ml of water. And if you're using a rice cooker, go 1:1 for that ratio. But since I'm cooking it in a pot, here's what I do. Number 1, I rinse the rice several times in room temperature water, swirling and draining the water until it runs completely clear. That white stuff that you're going to see coming into the water is the starches being released from that rice. Trust me, you get a much better result without it in the rice. To rinse and clear usually takes about 3 nice rinses. Then I drain the final rinse and add the cooking water. So remember, that's 700 ml. Actually, let's get a bigger pot. This one's a bit too small. There we go. I bring it up to a boil on high heat, give it one last stir, then cover and simmer on a low heat for 20 minutes. Once the 20 minutes is done, you let it sit covered for another 10 to 15 minutes to steam through, off heat. And while you're waiting for the rice to cook, it's time to make that sushi rice seasoning. We're gonna start in a little pot on a medium-low heat. This is maybe the easiest and simplest one to make. 3 tablespoons of sugar, 2 teaspoons of salt, and 4 tablespoons of rice vinegar. Heat all the ingredients together in a small pan just until the solids dissolve. Then off the heat and let it cool. All right, 12 minutes, done. Now we leave it here for 5 more minutes. Once the rice is done, transfer it into a wide bowl or a sheet pan. Don't do what I did by mixing it into a bowl. It just makes it harder to mix. Anyways, you gently the seasoning into it, and this is gonna give it a classic, delicious sushi rice flavor, which is perfect for the poke bowl. Got it in a nice tray. Now you just wanna let it cool down. Perfect. Next, the homemade sweet sauce. And before I tell you how to do that, go ahead and give this video a big thumbs up and let me know what you think about it in the comment section so far. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button because you're not going to want to miss the next few videos that's coming out. All right, back to the sweet sauce. 1 part mirin, 1 part sake, half a part soy, and a generous 2 tablespoons of sugar for each serving. And on a medium-low heat, you stir it until the sugar is nice and dissolved. After about 5 minutes, you take it off the heat. Then you leave it on a medium heat until it thickens up a bit. When you're able to coat the back of a spoon with the sauce, you know it's done. Now pro tip, don't cook it too long. If it looks perfectly thick in the pot, once it cools down, it's going to become hard as a rock. Make sure you have your toppings ready to go, and here, it's really up to you. But this is my setup. we're having cucumber and mango, scallions, a bit of nori. I want to have some raw salmon. My wife some cooked salmon, some spicy mayo, delicious. And I'm going to cut up an avocado now, some sweet sauce, and let's assemble. Pile the seasoned salmon right on top of that sushi rice, drizzle it with sweet sauce, and you've got yourself a restaurant quality poke bowl, made right at home. It was fresh, vibrant, and absolutely delicious. And if you like this one, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, especially if you want to catch that salmon jerky recipe coming up. Thanks so much for tuning in to Impossibly Kosher. I hope you liked this video, and I'll see you in the next one.